It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive.
For me, it was having the movie feel like it would be, or finding a story that would be a great movie, even if it weren't a Predator film, but then making it a Predator movie makes it even better. And I was tempted to like, oh, could I just take this story and have it be another creature? And I just refused. I was like, first of all, I felt like they're gonna make Predators again, like at some point. So like, let's just like hold steady and know that this may come back. The Predator has a very specific code. And I just thought that code, the fact that it's looking for the alpha, it's looking for the top dog, and doesn't see our hero as that. And our hero is someone who's trying to prove herself. Just felt like it gave the movie so much thematic weight that it like had to be a Predator film.
We had to depend on the setting. We had to depend on the culture. We had to, depend on the light. I think that because I'm a Predator fan, and the first one is my favorite. And so, when I had read the script, I had in my mind an image, right? But when we actually filmed it, it's far better than what I could have, had in my brain and thinking what it would look like, because it's just amazing. I like the vastness of it, because that's kind of scary. Like if you're one person on this huge, like when she's walking across that, where you're brushing your teeth, that's on top of a mountain. That's called Moose Mountain. And, it's kind of a scary thing to know that there's a monster out there that's trying to hunt you. And then here she is, walking. And to me, it's a part of the storytelling that, we didn't expect. Or I know maybe Dan expected it, but I didn't. I didn't expect it, just to have that whole, kind of feeling in it. It's amazing.
Being authentic and specific makes things, I think, more universally relatable and interesting and compelling. So we wrote sort of an initial draft of the movie and then quickly sought this Comanche advisor, Juanita Pataponi, who really helped with the initial development of the story. And then when we needed a producer, we tracked down Jhane and Jhane Myers, who not only brought so much of her own cultural, ancestral, familial knowledge in every possible way, including like she would help make the wardrobe, but also in crafting awesome character moments. Like
for me, I'm Comanche, so I started with my tribe. I told them I was making this film, and I called on some key people to help me out, whether it was language, whether it was, like the song that is sung through the camp. And now we don't hear it in the final cut, but it's a camp crier thing that we actually do during the camps. Just all the people that I asked, to help me, they were like, oh my gosh, yes. I mean, they were willing to help and make sure that we got this authenticity part correct.
Why do you want to hunt? Because you all think that I can't.
This kind of thing happens to me where it's like either I like really have chemistry with a character or I just kind of don't. And there was just something that felt like that I just felt really drawn to. And then like when I auditioned with Dan and having those kind of conversations, like the more that it took shape, the more I just felt like that was like a skin that I could put on, And I feel like the way, and then like reading the script and stuff, kind of understanding her more and seeing like how she shows herself through everything she goes through. The place where I find her to be the most relatable to me is the idea of being able to like feel really determined and like really set on something and then be like filled with doubt at the same time. Yeah. Like I feel like that's just, I find that to be very relatable. Maybe that's just me. But I think that's something that everybody experiences, is to be like, I can do this, I can do that, or like, that's really important. And then you get that opportunity and you're like, oh God, did I make a mistake? Should I not have fought for this? And then, it's like, and then you see that through, and it's like that process of like that relationship with yourself and that relationship of what you're fighting for. That's where I really like I saw the most of like, oh, okay, that feels very natural.
That was a big inspiration for the redesign of this creature, was to give diehard fans of the franchise that sense of surprise again, because all the other films have just, and rightfully so, but sort of like rested on the laurels of that first movie, and have then, now we know what the creature looks like, so here it is. And I really wanted it to feel exciting when it was cloaked again, have a new look and be exciting when that cloak comes off, and then still have, you know, more surprises. So
it's such like an intricate work that they did, like ADI Studios, who made the Predator suit, like, and the head is animatronic, so like the mandibles move and stuff like that, and there's like 3 or 4 people like running it, like off the side, like a video game, and it's like, that was so fascinating that I kept reminding myself, like, oh my God, what if this was like a real monster in front of me? And then that would feel really scary. So it was like a mix between like being like fascinated and then being like really scared and then being fascinated and then feeling really aggressive, and you know, kind of the like duality of like my brain and then Nadu's brain, and yeah, but it was very like, that feels like a very unique experience that, you know, I wasn't like acting to a tennis ball or something. I was like really looking at like a monster.
Whatever did this, I can kill it.